We are back live from South Padre Island, Texas, and we have one round of competition for our 6 finalists back here, which will determine the final 3 contestants. Now, each young lady will draw a judge's name from this bowl and respond to a question from that judge. The contestant has 20 seconds to answer, and while voting, the judges will consider the answer, and they'll also see a video reminder of that contestant competing earlier in the semifinals so that the scores can be based on their overall impression of her this evening. Now, the score from the judge asking the question is going to be highlighted on your screen. And we begin now with Miss New York. Okay, Jennifer, go ahead. You have selected judge number 7, Carol Connors. Carol?
Everyone agrees that sexual harassment is wrong, but even the Supreme Court has difficulty determining what constitutes sexual harassment. How would you define it?
Well, sexual harassment, it certainly is a big problem in our society today. I think in the workplace, we understand that we're not so strict in the workplace that we cannot verbally critique people. Instead, if we deal with sexual harassment, any sexual connotation should be considered sexual harassment, although critiquing should be allowed. So this is the differentiation, I would say, between the two. And between males and females, within any other occasions, I don't think it's acceptable at all.
All right. Miss New York, hold on 1 second.
The very first Miss USA ever was from New York.
That was back in 1952, and New York did it one more time in 79.
Okay, if you'd go back, please, we bring out Miss Virginia. Go back, go ahead. Select a number and a corresponding judge. Oh, she mixed them up. And you have picked number 10, Derek Lassick. Derek, go ahead. Give her your question.
There's a lot of controversy over whether or not violence in television or movies causes violent behavior. How do you feel?
I'd have to say that, first of all, violence in television, it is a serious problem going on, but I think it begins at home. I think parents should censor more what their children watch and make sure that children have other things to do besides just sit in front of the television. Another problem we have is just education within television. A lot of it is violent, and I think that is dangerous. If we center more around just educational things and not violent things, I think that we'd be better off with our children.
Okay, Miss Virginia, hold on right here for a moment.
Now, Pat's 23, and she says she's retiring. This is her last pageant.
Ah, but she's wrong. If she wins, she'll go to Miss Universe.
Yeah, that'll bring you out of retirement, all right.
Thank you, Pat. Okay, back to your spot. Let's bring out Miss North Carolina. Here they are. Go ahead and select one. And you have selected judge number 3, Erica Andersch. Erica?
Some people have cosmetic surgery to change their appearance. Would you? Why or why not?
Well, I'm here at the Miss USA pageant, and I've never had cosmetic surgery, so I don't see any need to. Gosh, I think that's right. And I certainly think that God gives each of us a certain physique and certain gifts, and we need to make the best of those and be very grateful for them, because we could be much worse off. So I'm not a real advocate of cosmetic surgery.
Okay, that's Miss North Carolina. Hold on for one moment.
Well, I believe that no one from North Carolina has ever won, right?
That's right, Arthur. Lynn would be the first Tar Heel ever to capture the crown.
Okay, now let's bring out Miss Louisiana. Sherelle? If you would, go ahead, select a number. All right, and she goes with number 9, May Shanley Fitzgerald.
Yes, Miss Louisiana, if you were a single parent with dependent children and found yourself unemployed without funds, would you apply for welfare?
Well, if it meant caring for my children, I would, because I think that we can't let our children grow without any care. But I know what it's like. My mom was a single parent, and if you care enough about your children, you'll go out and find work and provide for those children and show them that you're willing to work hard for anything you need.
Okay, Miss Louisiana, hold on. Let's take a look.
Sherelle's my hometown girl. That's New Orleans, and she's missing Mardi Gras to be here tonight.
But it'll be worth it if she wins.
Mm-hmm.
There are the scores now. If you go right on back, and Lou, Miss South Carolina, come on out. All right, there are 6 of them left. Go ahead and select one. All right, you have chosen judge number 4, Pedro Luis Garcia.
If you were commissioner of the FCC, what would you do about the so-called shock jock broadcast personalities who offend certain members of their audience?
If I were a member of what?
FCC.
You're a member of the FCC.
Oh, I'm sorry. If I were a member of the FCC and someone was offending someone in television, I think I would bring them in front of a board, ask them what their purpose is of offending someone. I don't think offense in the nation is very fair to someone. I would bring them, ask them questions, ask them their purpose, and ask them why they would really and truly want to hurt someone.
All right. Miss South Carolina, let's just stay there for a second.
Lou's in good company, isn't she?
That's right. The last Miss USA to win Miss Universe was from South Carolina back in 1980.
All right, now if you go back to your spot and we bring out Miss Texas. Go ahead and select a number and a judge. You're taking that one, and that one belongs to number 2, John Paul DeJoria. John?
Well, if you, Miss Texas, were a member of Congress and you had to decide between funding either the space program or the information superhighway, which would you choose and why?
Oh gosh, I think I would choose our space program. It's so amazing to me that just recently we had a Russian astronaut up along with our American astronaut, and it's just growing and growing, and I find it truly amazing that we can find maybe life out in the next universe and learn more from that, and hopefully we can bring back what we find out in the universe back here to help some of our problems.
Okay, Christine, hold on one moment if you would.
Texas has won 6 times. Christine would be number 7. That's more than any other state.
You wouldn't be partial, would you?
Nah.
Okay, if you join the rest of them over there, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That completes the judges' questions for our 6 finalists.
Oh my goodness, they were all so articulate.
They really were.
I know. Now, okay, we know that only 3 contestants will make it to the next round of competition, and you're the expert here, so what are your predictions? Yeah, once again.
I think Miss Texas will do very well. I think Virginia, and I think Louisiana.
Those are my 3.
No.
Yes.
Get out of here.
I'm serious.
Well,
okay.
Hope we're right.
I hope so. What do you think? Stay tuned and find out who the final 3 will be.